Now, I don't think I'm going to get this right, but we're going to try to sing the theme song. Because that's what we do when dedicated. I'm trying to think how it starts off. Game on, got your game on. Game on, yeah, gotta play your cards right. Game on, got your game on. Gonna win this world and win this fight. Chilling out with the crew in the schoolyard. Never, what is it? Hanging out, never working too hard. But back at class, they never taught us this. Some of these things you gotta learn this. In tough times, the hard climbs, but we'll make it through together. Right now, let's go, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Generation X. Game on, catch your game on. Game on, yeah, gotta play your cards right. See, some people don't even know what the GX stands for. That's what it stands for, is Generation X. And I think my camera might be a little foggy. But yo, what's up, guys? It's, Terrell here for Terrell Game Vlogs, doing another unboxing. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Generation X. Game on, get your game on. Game on, yeah, gotta play your cards. I'm sorry, I actually now am in the mood to listen to it. But yeah, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Yes, I had the first season. Apparently, I guess they're gonna do the seasons in the sense of each season will have a character's face on the side. My only problem is, if season 2 is supposed to come right after this, shouldn't this be reversed, so where you'll see the other half of Jayden's face over here? Is that what's supposed to happen? Or are they just going to cut off people's faces for each generation? So like the next one will probably be like Chad, the other one will probably be Zane, maybe Cyrus, maybe Chun-Li. I always mispronounce his name and call him Chun-Li, even though that's not what it is. Get your game on. 4K Media, which just makes me think it's probably 4Kids Media. Was 4Kids who... Did 4Kids dub Yu-Gi-Oh? I mean, does 4Kids... I don't think this is the company. I think this is like new video, or is this the same people who released the original Yu-Gi-Oh complete box sets? I'm not sure. And this is, see, the cool thing about Jayden, the one thing I like about GX more than the original Yu-Gi-Oh is that the GX knew, that it was a game about fucking cards. Like, it was a card game. It wasn't supposed to be taken too seriously. I say this ironically considering the GX, for all intents and purposes, starts taking itself seriously in the later arcs. Like, I think it's like only the first 2 arcs that are okay. Like, I think at the Society of Light, they introduced the God cards, and that whole fiasco starts, and it's just a huge debacle, and it turns pretty much into the original. It turns pretty much back into Yu-Gi-Oh style of things getting ridiculously serious. Jayden uses the Elemental Heroes deck, so there's a lot of fusions and a lot of ridiculous shit in here. So we got, so we got our first, so here's our first volumes. We got Jayden, Cyrus, and Alexa. Is it Alexa or Alexis? I think it's Alexis for the first volume. You have Jayden and Zane. Isn't that Zane? Yeah, that's Zane. I'm dumb. Yeah, it's Zane. Jayden and Zane on the second one. And then you have Jayden, Cyrus, and Chad. No, Chaz. I'm dumb because that's stupid. He's already wearing his black outfit, which means he's already been demoted from being Obelisk Blue. So he's probably already... I wonder if that's the part of the anime in which he starts saying, "Chaz it up! Chaz it up! Chaz it up!" It was so dumb. Like GX is cheesy as hell. Like, that's not even an argument. If you believe it, there's nothing inside here. If you don't believe that, then you didn't watch GX properly. But GX is cheesy as fuck. But that's the reason why I love it so goddamn much. Because it was cheesy as fuck and I didn't care. So in here are pretty basic, the discs have the Elemental Hero. See, I don't remember the Elemental Heroes' names because it's been a minute since I've looked up on Yu-Gi-Oh lore. It's like some of my worst. It's like one of my worst ones. Actually, I think the only thing that's worse than my Yu-Gi-Oh lore is my Digimon lore. My Digimon lore is like absolutely fucking terrible, and that's even like thinking about back to like the first season of Digimon. My Digimon lore knowledge is terrible. Yeah, the Water Dragon, I remember that. And then the Flying Karibo, which is That's the only thing. This one is kind of like a true successor to the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yugi Moto shows up technically twice. Well, actually, he doesn't show up twice. He shows up once in the beginning, and then he kind of pseudo shows up later. But it's not really him, but it is him kind of thing. Because the Win Karibo he gets from Yugi, which would make sense because that's who Yugi used. He used Karibo. Karibo's like he's like his kind of like unofficial trump card. And then I remember this, the fucking this became a part of Chaz's deck, and that was some of the funniest shit because Chaz had a Ripley hat, which I kind of like because that means Chaz ended up having a very obscure ass deck because of it later on. I don't know who this belonged to. Let me see. I think that's the Parasite. But I'm trying to think who the fuck had a Parasite deck. Zane had the Dragons. Alexis, you barely saw Alexis duel, so I don't remember her deck off the top of my head. Chumley didn't have a Parasite deck. There's a few partner characters he meets later. I don't remember who had this. I don't remember who had the Parasite. I remember the card in the animation. I just don't remember who had the deck. Yeah. Actually, we can see where season 1 ends. Or no, this is this is just oh, here we go. Featuring episodes 36 to 52 of the first season, including Zane and Jaden's last duel of the school year. So this is pretty much like this is like the first season where everything's still chilled and it didn't get deep and dark and shit. Which is funny because they never finished dubbing GX, which is probably why they're releasing this. Like, GX never finished, and I don't think 5D's ever finished, which means Zexal probably isn't going to get finished either. They're also re-releasing the Pokemon DVDs for the first season, even though no one cares for the first season. To me, when they released the DVDs for, well, see, GX, after Society Alliance, when I kind of dropped out of it, although from what I understand, it just got darker, and then, ironically, from what I heard, the ending of the series was like one of the dumbest. It's such a bullshit-ass ending, because it's an ending that doesn't really resolve anything. Like, if I remember correctly, the way GX ends is that, like, Jaden doesn't really fully accomplish anything. He's still an Obelisk. No, he's still a Slifer Red, and he kind of makes this vow to get stronger. But it's not like one of those cheesy endings where he's with everybody. No, he's by himself. Like, I think, like, at some point they just show him, like, he's in the desert or some shit. And he's like, I'm going to get stronger. And then he kind of just runs off. And people are just sitting there going, what kind of fucking ending is that? Like, I think it was one of those endings. Because I remember people getting really mad at the Japanese version when they first saw it. It's like, what kind of ending does GX have? And GX's ending is really dumb, from what I understand. Granted, it's not like I'll see these in these English box sets. Because once again, as I said, GX never got a finished dub. Neither did 5Ds. I think Digimon went through a similar issue. I think. I might be lying. I think like the later seasons of Digimon went through the same dumbass issue. But yeah, this is season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which is, to me, I would argue is my favorite of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Seasons, particularly because GX didn't take itself seriously. GX didn't start taking itself seriously until you could argue the Society of Light, which is still relatively lighthearted, even though it's about a cult. I think it was after the Society of Light, and I think, what was it, they got trapped, I don't know if they got trapped in a game, but I remember Jaden at some point got really fucking dark, and I remember it was very awkward. I remember that arc, because I did watch some of it, I just don't, that's the arc I couldn't tell you story plot points about. But I remember he either got possessed at some point, or became really, really dark. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling here, but yeah, this is GX, the first season, which is the first 52 episodes, and the next season will probably be the Society of Light stuff. Like, I think the first 52 is a mixture of filler and just kind of bullshitting around. Like, because I don't remember anything, you'll meet a few characters. I don't know if the Dino character is going to be in here, but I doubt it, because I don't think the Dino character shows up until, like, around season 2, like, around the Society of Light stuff, so we got a minute, but you know, here it is. So anyways, that's my unboxing of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, the first season. I have actually another thing I could show off, but I'm going to wait until the 24th and check my main channel for that. So I'll leave that little tidbit as kind of your hype, I guess, for later this week. Anyways, this has been the Vlogs again for your boy Terrell. Get your game on. Game on, you gotta play your cards right. And I'll see you guys later. Peace off.